shared money recently, and I represent the constituency, and there are 360 of us, and all of them are saying we are not feeling the impact.
He's the unmistaken voice of Undi Bender and the image maker of the House of Representatives.
Swept away houses and roads in communities like Mpa, Unimenyi, Uzita, and Bende. Mr. Speaker,
he's a committed, courageous, articulate, and deeply impassioned lawmaker with the plight of his constituents.
Joining me now on the political segment is Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who's the spokesman of the House of Representatives.
Ben Kalu's mandate gives you first-hand information on the activities of the member representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, as well as his position on national issues. Ben Kalu's mandate airs on Flow 94.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM, Family Love 99.9 FM, ABN Online Radio, and Real 99.1 FM every Tuesday by 10:30 a.m. Ben Kalu's mandate. Games of quality representation.
I'd like you to get on board as the spokesperson of the House of Representatives and the member representing Bende Federal Constituency, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, engages the people once again on the activities of the House of Rep, of course, his activities, and as well as national and parliamentary issues. That's exactly what this program represents. It's a bridge between the people and the leader, and it's an opportunity for the masses to be abreast with what the elected representative is doing with their mandate. My name is Tempo Barra. This is Ben Kalu's mandate on Flow 94.9 FM. My guest, our guest, is ready. Let's put our feet on the throttle and ask you to put on your seatbelts as we go on this ride. Glad to have you on this program, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning. My name is Benjamin
Kalu, representing the good people of Nigeria, starting from Bende Federal Constituency. I am from Abia State, the spokesperson of the House of Representatives. Always a pleasure to be here to engage with the people of Bende, the lovely people, the great minds of Bende, the people of Abia State, and the people of Nigeria. Let's get it rolling as it promises to be an interactive section where today I will talk less and listen more. I'm glad to be here.
Well, last week, the Honorable Member representing Bende Federal Constituency has insisted that we just have 30 minutes for interviews and discussions, and the next half of this program for interaction. So get ready. I'll read out the numbers so you can save it on your phones. Once we open up the phone lines, you can start asking your questions and contributing. The numbers to call: 0808-1826-949, 0808-1826-949, or 0811-6052-949. 0811-6052-9449. Okay, so Honorable Sir, last week seemed to be a busy one for you, as there were a lot of legislative activities as the House reconvened. I'd like to find this. Do you mind walking us through some of the key resolutions and the issues raised within the week, sir?
Yeah, last week, yes, was a very busy week, very busy legislative week for me, and the speaker is not around at the moment. The speaker has gone for a leadership training at Harvard.
Okay.
While we are here, last week, in fact, last 2-3 weeks, I've been in my summer school.
Yes.
With the UN, trying to learn more. Now is his time to go to also leadership school. He has gone back to Harvard to do a summer program as well, and I think the Senate President will do his own maybe sometime in September. So while we are here serving the nation, we try to learn more and be better than we were by the time we came in, so that we increase our capacity to be able to analyze better the needs of our people and profile better the solution to those needs.
Okay.
Yes, last week I worked closely with the Deputy Speaker, a very thorough, experienced gentleman whose procedure in legislative affairs has the speed that is quite encouraging. We were together. We are served as the Chief Whip of the House. I was acting as the Chief Whip of the House almost all the days of last week, because the Chief Whip is was busy in his constituency, and our Deputy Chief Whip is also on 1 or 2 training overseas. So I had to step in to help the House there. So, and a lot of issues we are taking care of, like the ad hoc committee on oil subsidy.
Okay.
We did not only approve the resolution that particular committee should come up, we went ahead, as I promised last week, that the House was going to inaugurate that committee. That inauguration was done, and beyond the inauguration, we had a retreat before the inauguration, then the inauguration, and then the technical session started immediately to get feedbacks from all the stakeholders that appeared on our stakeholders administration list on understanding the regime of the oil subsidy. So that took place, and I played a major role at that event as well with the Deputy Speaker. From there, we went back to the House to handle some pertinent issues, some reports that we are considered, and also I used that as an opportunity also to amend a motion that will help my people.
Okay.
You know, I'm sure you're going to raise that later on, but I made a motion that will help strengthen the ecological needs of my people. Then also went into pushing harder for the tax law that we wanted a commission to be set up to enable a tax inspector general to be in place for tax offenses to be worked on, and also to avoid this double taxation that is happening in the country and all that. So those are some of the things we did. We also had to inaugurate the first to inaugurate the elected members of the press corps. As you know, like I've always said, the press corps that manages the press center of the house, they are independent body of journalists.
Oh, really?
Whose activities are not governed by us. We just give them a roof from where they operate from, and so they elect their own executive without any interference from us. So we were invited. The speaker was represented by the deputy speaker, and I was like the chief host because their activities. I am there to make sure that they are staying safe and that they are catered for while they are within our premises. So we had to watch their swearing into power, and I'm happy one of our sisters, who is also from Abia State, returned back as the chairman of the press corps, Grace. And also, for the first time, the press corps borrowed the lead from what the Committee of Media and Public Affairs has done when we created the Green Chamber magazine, which I'm the publisher of that magazine with the speaker as a co-publisher. And we'll be using that to, let the people know the works of the National Assembly, to create, clear the gray areas around the opacity that had before now existed around the activities of the National Assembly.
So why is it called the Green Sentinel?
Yeah, well, that was what they chose. They chose the name as Green Sentinel. I won't be the one to speak on their magazine, but we encourage them to come out with their own magazine, so that whatever we are saying will be corroborated by independent journalists, or whatever they are saying will be reflecting the true position of things with regards to the work that is going on in the house. So we were able to launch that and supported them, and from there. We also, in National Assembly, it's also good to support one another beyond the four walls of plenary. So I was there to support the chairman appropriation, whose son graduated from their Islamic school, and we went there to spend some time to say, we are with you, we are supporting you as your friends and all that. That's the same way they do for any one of us who have other Thanksgiving or birthdays and all the rest of them. So those were the things that kept me busy last week. But beyond that, I received visitors from the United Nations Commission on Human Rights, their affiliates and associates paid me a visit, gathered all around from Africa, and was actually led to see me by one of my constituents, Darlington Agoha. He was in the team that came to discuss some issues with regards to Bende Federal Constituency, the work we are doing, and their intention to visit Bende Federal Constituency. They want to come and see the project we have done. They want to see where they can help and how our job is impacting positively on the social life of the people. So the social impact analysis is what they want to come to do. We are still talking, and I'm sure soon they will be in Bende. From there, they will see where United Nations or any of these global agencies will be able to come over to Macedonia and help us. So also receive visitors from the United States, from New York. I had a women group that came, one of the organizations funding NGOs taking care of women needs. They were in the country to see me, to discuss with me on the role they wanted me to play on issues bordering on human trafficking and also domestic violence and all the rest of them. And because I was just trained by the same UN recently on illicit trade and also human trafficking and human rights in 2 universities during this summer studies, it was an aftermath of that they came from New York to engage further on how we can help Africa with regards to illicit trade, especially as it also concerns the oil theft that is going on in the country at the moment, and a lot of other illicit trade, including our conservations, our animals, and all the rest of them. So we are working at that level to see what we can do about that. We also received the organization known as Heroes of Democracy organization. They came to hand over my certificate of nomination by the people of Nigeria as one of the most outstanding lawmakers in 2022 from House of Rep.
Yeah.
And it was not voted for by Ben the people, it was voted for by Nigerians. I've received a lot of awards from Abia State organizations and from people who are closely associated with the National Assembly. But these ones are independent observers of the impact we are making through the positions that we have been elected to occupy. So Heroes of Democracy, which has been around for 10 years, has recognized people like El Rufai, has recognized people like former Senate presidents and governors and all the rest of them. Also recognized me as one of those who have made impact through this position, both as a lawmaker and as the spokesperson of the House of Rep, through my motions and also through my bills and also my interventions at the federal constituency. It was on the basis of that they showed me the level of voting that was done by the members of the public, which was very impressive because I saw the graphs, I saw the bar charts and how they came about that decision. So they have nominated me to be celebrated sometime in this August, in the coming month, and it will be in, I think, in Hilton. So
how does this recognition, I'm very particular about this one now. It's been a busy week for you know that, but then this recognition, owing to the fact that they say the reward for hard work is more work, how does it make you feel?
Like I've always said, the credit goes to bended people. You know, I will not take the credit. 20 years ago when I came to run, 21 years ago when I came to run and I was asked to wait, and I tried to run again after 2007 when my brother PC Mban went, and I didn't want to run at that time, and I ran in 2011, and it was it was stolen from me, and I ran in 2015. It was stolen from me. I have been persistent, and the bended people have not left my side from the time they noticed the quality of person that was presenting himself and the capacity that I had, stayed with me from then till now. And I have increased the capacity, I've increased my integrity, I've increased in my dedication to serve them. And they voted for me. If they didn't vote for me, all this award and acknowledgement and accolades, they would not be coming. And so all the credit goes to them, the people who made the right decision. So that is how it makes me feel that that's why I call them great minds. I call them the people great minds because you can't buy them. You can't buy my people. Then the people are proud people. They are people who are comfortable in their skin. They they are courageous people. They are warriors. You don't buy warriors with money. The warriors go with their conscience, and their conscience, they are with me. So, having made the right decision, I refer to them as great minds, and any accolade, any trophy I win is dedicated to the people, the electorate who voted me for Nigerians to see what we can offer. And so far, Nigeria is impressed with what we are dishing out from this position. That is how it makes me feel. And we will have to keep working hard till the last minute.
All right, let's get back to the bill and some of the things that happened in the course of the week. I want you to talk about the implication of the water resources bill. There's some rumors circulating that northern lawmakers are plotting to impeach the Speaker of the House over what has been described as that controversial water resources bill. Can you, as the spokesperson of the House, say if there's an atom or iota of truth to this?
I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
When this frenzy came up, I told the members of the National Assembly not to issue any statement outside the House of Representatives until today, that I'll be making a speech after the plenary. We have a way of managing these insinuations and lies that people are trying to sow the seed of discord among us. I will not speak about it until after the plenary today, and then you will know why. I will give a press statement. I would address the press, the press at the press center. I will also issue a press release that will take care of these issues being in the public space. So, next question, please.
Okay. So, what's the implication of the water resources bill? Can you just tell us a little bit of it? Taking away the impeachment and all of that.
No. I don't want to discuss the water resources bill now because the debate is yet to be laid.
Okay.
Yeah. So during the second, we're going to debate it, and then the summary of the debate will be given to the public. It will not be good to preempt it at the moment. I have circulated that particular bill this morning.
Okay. All right.
People have the full bill. I want everybody to read it and send me their input. I have called for input, and that is what a legislator does. The legislator does not just sit here and take decision on behalf of his people alone. I represent Abia State, like the governor of Abia State said that I don't just represent Bende. And because he said that everything concerning Abia, everything concerning our people, I carry it on my shoulder.
Yeah.
It goes beyond Bende. So I've circulated it before Bende people. I've also circulated it before Abia people, and I'm saying, send it to the House of Assembly. I'm actually, when we finish this call, I'm going to forward the copy to the Speaker of Abia House of Assembly. I want the people to read it and give me their input as quickly as possible so that we will summarize the input of my people.
Okay.
And when we stand there to speak, some of us will be given opportunities to speak. We will only be speaking what our people want us to speak about the bill, not what we think we should speak about the bill. Next question, please.
All right. So the bill for the establishment of the Office of the National Inspector General of Tax Crime also received good support from the members of the House and has passed the second reading. Can you, just shed a little bit of light on the intention of this bill? And do you think it will actually go a long way in curbing tax fraud?
That is exactly what it is. You just answered it. It will be out there to curb tax fraud. Both on the IOCs, the foreign companies working in Nigeria, individuals in the country, members of the publicly owned private organizations. It will also clean up the space where people are giving double taxation, where they pay what they're supposed to pay once they pay it in diverse means, which affects the growth of their businesses. And it also give a lot of power to the Inspector General of Tax.
Okay.
Who will be heading that commission to make sure that we bring in the revenue that government is supposed to work with for the prosperity of the nation, for the prosperity of the state, because I know the state is going to borrow relief from that particular bill that has passed through second reading. And it will be healthy for us to mop up revenues that the country needs at the moment, that is especially our deficit. We are below what is supposed to be with regards to our debt obligations.
Okay.
So we need to, bring in as much as we can from money that is still out there that belongs to federal government. So that is what this bill is all about. Next question.
Okay, last week as well, you also revisited the motion, first motion of the House, when you amended the motion of your colleague on ecological interventions. And at the start of this program, you had said you wanted to, talk about it later on. This is, I think this is good enough to talk about it now.
Yeah.
How does this mean for?
Yeah, I agree with you. This is the right time to talk about it here. That when I move a motion in 2019,
okay.
I move a motion as the House Motion 001. It was on ecological needs, and what I did this week was exactly what my senior colleague, Honorable Kiru Konyi-Joshua, did on that my bill. He came via amendment,
okay,
and included the Sukwato ecological needs, and that is why today you have Sukwato ecological needs sorted by Honorable Kiruka. It was on my motion that she amended. So another motion came up from the North, and I noticed that it was addressing the same issue that affects my people. I've been looking for an opportunity to reintroduce that issue because the communities mentioned during my first bill has not all received intervention because of scarcity of resources in the federal government. But I could also re-echo it before the federal government that, granted you have started doing something in Ba, Ozitem is waiting. They have a very major ecological need. Usually, my people, they are waiting. They have a major ecological needs, and I've been there severally to take pictures and to make videos. And also, Itumbuzo is highly impacted by ecological needs, especially those who are using Itumbuzo now to go to Aruchuku. They will notice that the particular place is so horribly, bad, and I want to bring it back again. So I went through that motion, and I spoke for my people, and luckily enough, the entire members of the National Assembly agreed with that particular motion and said yes, those areas need government intervention, and it was approved. So we are waiting for the communication to the ecological. I've spoken to the chairman ecological affairs in the House, and we'll take it from there to the office of the ecological fund, and hopefully there is so-called, there is remedy, there is intervention solution coming for the communities I mentioned: Zuakoli, Uzitem, and Itumbuzo on the ecological. And Alai is the fourth one because of the landslide that happened there. So Alai is part of it as well.
All right, just for the purpose of buttressing a little bit so that the layman can understand, what are ecological needs?
Those erosions.
Okay.
You see the road will cut into two. You see the road about to carry people's houses. For example, what was happening in Bende, my town, where my big brother, they call him Chief Meregene, B.M. Meregene, his house was almost collapsing. And the ecological need there was not managed as it's supposed to be. It was one of the first job I did when I came to the house. I brought the chairman, the sole administrator of NDDC to Abia State for the first time. I brought her to see the governor. I brought her to go to Bende to see that need. And she was there, and we called the contractor back to site. And today, the house of this my big uncle is saved. His house is saved. He's not a member of my party. He's in the opposition. He's in PDP. But for me, it doesn't matter. Once you're elected to serve PDP, APC, ABGA, SDP, name them. So I will not allow my brother's house to fall because it's of the opposition party. So it was one of the first job I did, because it's the pride of my place that an upstairs is there. For the upstairs to fall down under my watch because of ecological needs that have been paid for by federal government, no, I said no to it, and we enforce the construction to be completed. Today we are happy when we pass through Bend and we see that is done. That is exactly what this is all about. All those erosion sites, when you are going to Zitem, that you see, around Omo Pasuku, Zitem, that you see, and in close to Ikenna's house in Uzuakole. Those are the kind of things we are talking about. Those landslides, the road is breaking into two, houses are collapsing. Those are the kind of things we talked about when we talk about the ecological need. We are racing so that we can keep to our 30 minutes.
Exactly. We're halfway there.
So let me see the next.
We're halfway there. But what I want to ask, before we just switch it over is there a time frame, because you were able to accelerate these ecological needs, attention to be given to these ecological needs. Is there a time frame for all of these to happen?
My brother, it takes how government works is that you lay the foundation with this motion.
Okay.
You pursue it by lobbying, like I just mentioned to you.
You mentioned last week as well.
Yes, so I went to the chairman. From the chairman now, I'm going to move to the agency in charge. I'll start lobbying. The job of a representative is not a big man's job. If you really want to do it well, it's not where you sit in your office just drinking tea. You must be the servant of your people. You have to run from one office to the other. You have to run from one, head of parastatal to other, making your case beyond the house. If you just present the motion, speak all the English, and people clap for you, you have spoken English, and you go back to your office without putting the legwork, it will not see the light of the day. So what I want to say here is that it will not happen overnight, but I am inspired and motivated, despite all the distractions, to push that agenda forward, to dedicate more time to it, to make sure, because these are real needs, and these are the people who voted me, and they are complaining and they are suffering, and I cannot solve it with my pocket, and the state government doesn't have enough resources to meet this need. The truth be told, the government of Okezigbazo cannot fund these things. He doesn't have the money to fund it, because these are major projects that run into millions and billions of naira. And if we can get it from federal government to help our state, why not? If not,
all right. In the next 5 minutes, I'm hoping that we can wrap up this first half and move on to the calls and interactions. Well, the committee, the Special Ad Hoc Committee on Petroleum Product Subsidy, was set up at a time when the Nigerian economy is almost bleeding out, and some persons believe the subsidy regime is fraudulent, and then there's been a lot of investigations and all. I'd like you to paint a little bit of paint a picture, a little one, of what the economy would look like if subsidy was removed, because we've been going back and forth as to, do we need subsidy, do we take up subsidy, and all of that, at least, for PMS.
The issue is not even about removal or not removal.
Okay.
That is one of the issues, yes. But the issue is that the regime that is under investigation, was the money used appropriately? Did people just prepare documentations and claim money from federal government, without accounting for what they did with the money? These are the kind of questions coming up. The government released billions of naira to your pocket, and you said you brought in oil and gas within this period. Show us the evidence, forensic evidence that will make us know that you did not steal government money and put in your personal companies or personal pocket. We want to query the sources of the funds of so many people that became rich overnight through this subsidy. How come that subsidy did not meet, calm the needs of the people, reduce the prices, and impact positively on the lives of people? What really happened? Those are the questions we are asking, and answers have started trickling in, and Nigerians will be amazed by the time the committee is done, with this job. And then based on that, we will know whether the money we will get back from those who have stolen from government on the grounds of subsidy, will be reinvested in, subsidizing this petroleum product, or we will start phasing out subsidy. I personally don't believe that subsidy should be an automatic, action of withdrawal that will just take it out of the space overnight. The economic shock will be so much for the people of Nigeria. Yeah. It must be done in a way that, the impact will not be so much on the citizens who are currently passing through a lot, influence, occasion, not only by, enemies, appropriation of public funds, but by the impact of COVID that impacted the world all over. So you're placing extra burden on the people. Yeah. For me, at the moment,
cover the lapses and the loopholes.
I wouldn't want that to happen overnight. If it is going to happen, I would suggest it goes in phases.
All right. 5 minutes after 11. In the next 25 minutes, we're hoping that we'll take interactions, calls from listeners and members of the constituents and Abians, of course Nigerians, to interact with Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu. It'll just be a momentary detour, and when we return, hopefully we'll get to start taking your calls and resume conversations here on the Flow of Godson State. It's 94.9 FM, and of course my name is Tempo Bara, stirring the sheep and ensuring that everything necessary required is available. We'll be right back.
Benjamin Okezie Kalu, representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency. I am from Abia State. Arise.
From the hallowed chambers, his voice resonates crystal clear.
You say you shared money recently, and I represent the constituency, and there are 360 of us, and all of them are saying we are not feeling the impact.
He's the unmistaken voice of Undi Bende and the image maker of the House of Representatives.
Swept away houses and roads in communities like Mpa, Umimenyi, Uzita, and Bende. Mr. Speaker,
He's a committed, courageous, articulate, and deeply impassioned lawmaker with the plight of his constituents.
Joining me now on the political segment is Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who's the spokesman of the House of Representatives.
Ben Kalu's mandate gives you first-hand information on the activities of the member representing the good people of Bende Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, as well as his position on national issues. Ben Kalu's mandate airs on Flow 94.9 FM, Vision Africa 104.1 FM, Family Love 99.9 FM, ABN Online Radio, and Real 99.1 FM every Tuesday by 10:30 a.m. Ben Kalu's mandate, gains of quality representation. From the hallowed chambers, his voice resonates crystal clear. Ben Kalu's mandate, gains of quality representation.
Good afternoon. You're still tuned in to 94.9 on the frequency modulated band. It is the Flow of Godson State, Flow FM. You're receiving our broadcast right here on the FM stereo. We are situated in the heart of Umwa, the capital of Abia State, and this is Ben Kalu's mandate. We've talked about the petroleum product subsidy regime. We've talked about the ecological intervention. We've talked about the activity of the man who represents Bende Federal Constituency in the course of the week, or on the week on the review. Right now it's time for you to interact with your representative, to interact with Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu. And to do that, you can call into the studio now, 0808-1826-949. You can also call the number 0811-6052-949. I'll slow down a little bit so you can play catch up. 0808-1826-949 or 0811-6052-949. Let's get this first call in. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother. Listen.
All right, so introductions, your name, your questions, or contribution. 1 minute.
Good morning, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, my beloved.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, I just want to thank you for the good work you are doing for the people of Bende and also for the road at Bende. I have decided to be among the people that will be praying for you, for your success, for your continuous success. And also, I want to thank you the way you are speaking and the work you are doing in Federal House. May God bless you, sir.
Please, your name.
Thank you, sir. My name is Christian Kalokbai.
All right, thank you very much, Christian. We'll take another call. Hello, good morning to you. That one got disconnected. 0806 0811 6052 949. Yeah, that's the correct number. Hello, good morning. Got disconnected. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. Your name, question, or contribution?
Good morning, TC Barra.
Good morning.
Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, the person speaking is Henry Enyoko, your usual caller from Isialangwa North. Henry Enyoko calls from Umo Gelentega in Isialangwa North. Let me tell you and tell you very clearly, you are a real man. You are a good politician. You are a politician with conscience. You are hardworking. You are doing what you are asked to do. You are there doing the business of legislation. People who are in your bracket, political bracket, should try to be replicating what you are doing in their various constituencies. Each time I listen to you, it's not a question of, like you will say, it's not a question of, there are things you don't just speak grammar on. Like when you mentioned that step, that is oil step, please, Mr. Benjamin Kalu, mobilize people like you. You people should fight this because he's killing the country. Oil step. This man making noise the other day, they call, what did they call him? Say, Asare. I have lived in River State. These are people who are doing all this deal. You people should please fight vigorously against that. Thank you. Go ahead.
Right, thank you very much. I'm sure Honorable will be responding to all of these later on. Hello, good morning to you. Your name, question, or contribution?
Yeah, good morning, sir.
I think you need to be audible, please.
Yeah, Honorable, good morning. It's Michael.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. It's Michael from Imo State. Yeah, Honorable, I appreciate your good work. You are really doing well. It's only God that will bless you. I wish all our representatives in the House to learn from you and learn your footsteps. Please, everywhere will be okay. Thank you. God bless you. Honorable, last 2 weeks I called in. I told you that I had an accident and I've been in one place for 10 months now. So you are about telling me something before my start for today. I don't know. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. He had mentioned that you should leave your number with me, and we had asked that you give us your digits via text message. All right, we'll move on now. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name, question, or contribution?
Good morning, Honorable Ben.
Good morning.
My name is Comrade Joe Madunakachi from Okokiten. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, I must have to commend my Honorable for the great work he's doing. It's not an easy thing, and I pray that God will continue to uphold him and give you more grace to focus. And when the people still need more, the needs of people are insatiable. So in as much as human being is confined, some will be happy while some will not be happy. But I pray, as you can see, the majority are behind you, and God is also behind you.
Amen.
Come 2023, we will support you more. God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. We do have a few text messages. I'm going to read from the SMS portal now. Of course, if you want to contribute on the program, you have to call the number 0808-1826-949. 0808-1826-949 or 0811-6052-949.
We address the questions now.
I'm trying to pick out a few text messages that might just form the basis of our next discussion. I don't want to just take congratulations and felicitations because there's a lot of them that have come in via text. Probably we'll just head over to phone lines, but we do have a couple of text messages all celebrating you, Honorable Benjamin Kalu. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, TC Brother. Good morning, my Honorable Benjamin Kalu Otabiribende. Good morning. My name is Chief Ndubisi Owadineke, calling you from Mba, Amohoromba precisely. I wish to welcome you back from your summer training, and want to say that everybody is commending you, and we know that you are good. We're just looking forward to 2023. I in the community here in Bende, we are looking at those pancake robbing faces that have surfaced again and they're making noise. But be rest assured, Benjamin Kalu, that you don't have an equal. We are proud of you in Bende, and we want to tell you, more grace, you're able. Mine is just to congratulate you and say welcome back. And to remind you again, you have not celebrated my birthday at 70. Have a nice day, sir.
Wow.
All right, thank you for that. One more call. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Temple Brother. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Azuna Samuel from Amojimeni.
Okay.
I want to thank our brother, the Honorable Benjamin Kalu, for his good work. You see, people criticize APC, but this man has given us the hope there are better people in Nigeria. It's not about party. So we, the people of Amojimeni, is grateful for his work he's doing in our area, Amojimeni. But what we are saying, the other day he came to visit the area. What we are saying now is that he should tell the contractor to speed up the work, because that of a main bridge is about to, the way they dig here to put either culvert is about to cut the road so that the people cannot come out again. So they have to speed up the work, because this is rainy season too. Between now and September is rainy season, and the road may not be movable again. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Honorable, this might just be the right time, except you ask me to take one or two more, but I don't know if you have your plate full as to what you might want to respond to.
Yeah, if you have one or two, good. But if not, so I can go ahead.
A lot of calls. The calls don't stop coming. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning. Honorable, my brother. You are a good person.
Good morning, sir.
God will bless you. I'm Anthony. I'm calling from Akoli. Remember I told you the other time to help us speed up that bridge from Akoli to Alai. It's a route to develop our farm, some things. Both at Alai, bringing their things at Akoli, bringing their farm produce, and many things. More especially that's how much my brother from Amoji has talked. So try to help us so that way will help us to do something concerning our farming. You know, Amoji will cross there, Akoli will cross to Amoji, and all those areas, bush there is our farming areas. So help us. God will help you. It's not even from mouth to talk. God has already been helping you. We don't need to look at where we will put our vote. No, don't even do this.
All right.
Make campaign.
Thank you.
No, yes. Thank you.
All right, Honorable Sir. It might just be expedient for you to start looking at the issues now. We're just 10 minutes away from stop clock.
Mr. Barra, you've been doing a good job, and at least today we were able to manage our time well to accommodate more of my people. Is that it cuts across the entire Abia state, and we have people listening to it from outside.
Yes, sir.
And even outside Abia state, engagement that we have been advocating in the House of Representatives. Not that you are elected, you now become a god unto yourself. People cannot assess you, people cannot call you, people cannot hear from you until the next election, when you will come with your bag of money to begin to share as if they are commodities in the market you are buying. These are people, and they elected you for a purpose, and that purpose is, for you to periodically kind of come and update them, hear from them. Like today, I've gotten a lot of information from this engagement, which is going to be, which is like a feedback mechanism for my office. And my office is going to use this program today to do some analysis and to, provide some intervention going forward. Let me thank you first, Christian Kalu from Ahafia. My brother, God will bless you for all your prayers and also accepting to be one of those praying for me. God has had you Not after saying it now, you go back, you will not pray for me again. Because that is my own fuel, that's my own blood to to do a healthy job for the area. And I'm not only working for Bende, the road going to a half year. I'm the smooth one that you are driving now, I'm the one who fixed it. And I have always maintained also the road going from Umahia down to a half year that was approved by the Federal Executive Council for 12 billion. It's my work. It's not because I'm only representing Ben, the federal constituency. I also want to thank you, my brother Henry Enyoko, who is passionate about this program and who is also very passionate about my kind of leadership style, and my kind of leadership culture. You have always called from Isi Alangwa and to encourage, to support, and to pray for me, and also to put your critical analysis on important issues. I appreciate you. I'm also taking your words on the oil theft seriously. And yes, I've been trained on that line. I'm still going through some training, and so many members of the House, we're going to see the kind of intervention we bring on board to make sure that we keep our country moving forward. Thank you for your commendation, Michael, who called from Imo State. Yes, I remember you called last time, and I asked them to get your number across to us so that we'll see how we can help in what way or the other. We don't have a lot, but we always share the little we have with indigent ones in our society. Not that it is absolutely our job, but you see, the face of humanity in leadership is encouraged because you are leading people, not machine. And you're not just leading Bende, you're leading Abia, you're leading Imo State, you're leading the region, you're leading Nigeria. So that is how I see leadership. Comrade Ijoma from Boko Kitem, thank you. I felt the passion in your voice. I felt the sincerity in your prayers. And I know you and I believe in you. And thank you for believing in me. Together we will do it. Thank you for promising that coming 2023, we will work together to continue the work we are doing so that we don't stop it halfway. My good friend who turned 70, I owe you a visit. This 70th birthday, yes, we have to celebrate it. I promise you when I come back, I think it's going to be around August or September, we'll do something. You have been consistent. I saw you last time at my campaign office when I visited, and I was happy to see you then. I hope to see you again when I come down. Keep supporting what is good for our people, and that is, you're adding a voice for your people, Umpa people, to what we are doing. At least every day we hear from Umpa people, it means that you appreciate the work we're doing, and God will really bless you for speaking up and speaking for the right reason. Thank you as well, my brother who called from Amoji, Imeni. I didn't get the name, but I like what you said about, I think it was, I don't know what, okay, no, I didn't get the name. I had something you said about not being about party, that is all about what we are doing.
It talked about, it said there's still a few good men, and it doesn't have to do.
Yeah. There are still good men that even though I'm APC, which is considered not to be Igbo party, although I doubt that because it's a national party, but that I have proven that the flag of APC can do wipe a lot of tears and bend the federal constituency. And I'm telling you, that's a good analogy. My brother, it's not about the party. I can run with any political party, and that is the truth. If they start an independent candidate, I can run as an independent candidate. It's about...
But Honorable, you've just mentioned a very salient point, the independent candidates. Is it something you think the House of Representatives can push for?
Yeah, but it has to do with constitutional amendments.
Yeah, okay.
We are amending our constitution now, and it's part of the thing that they are considering in the constitution, because you don't just amend that through electoral act. It's a constitutional issue, because the constitution said you must fly on the wings of a political party. So if you want to really bring in an independent candidate, we have to amend that section of the constitution to be able to roll that. Then the people send a well-rounded package individual who has knowledge of the law, as a lawyer before getting here, and who has studied the workings of the National Assembly. So I will not misdirect our people on their expectation management. So it's something that will come later through the right channel. I thank you, Anthony, for calling in. And I call you Many. Yes, what we're doing, we have to speed up the work. I heard what you said. Like I said, we're taking the feedback. I'm going to call the contractor immediately. I will finish this call and say that I need more speed there. And thank you for the gentleman who called also
canvassing for the road that links Akoli to Alai, and it's a farm road where Akoli will cross over to Alai, and Alai to Amoji, Amoji to Akoli, and all that. Very, very good. That's the kind of network we are looking for. Reason being that it will reduce the impact of poverty, because one of the SDGs is to, find a way of reducing poverty. We may not eliminate it, and one of the ways you can reduce it is by making sure that post-harvest productions from the farms that are not left there to destroy because there is no road to take them to the farm. So any road that can link the farm to the market to enable our people farm and carry their goods to the market and make a living for themselves would always be supported by government. And that is the reasons some of us will use in canvassing for federal government intervention on all those areas of needs. I think I've taken care of most of the questions raised by the
practically,
callers.
yeah.
I don't know if there's any other thing you want us to talk about before the 3 minutes is over on this program.
Well, I'd like you to use this opportunity to, talk about the week in view. Today is Tuesday. Tell me, what the outlook of the week is like for you. Is the house going to sit? What are the activities lined up for you?
Yeah. The house is going to sit today. Started yesterday by having a meeting with the chairman, House Committee on FCT, on what is happening about the security issues around the FCT, and how some schools closed down for fear of insecurity. I had a meeting with him, a very good meeting with him yesterday, and also concerning the businesses of our people around the FCT, especially the Igbos and people from Bende. We will try to make sure that our people are safe. So that's how I've started my week.
Okay.
And today we are taking it to the next level where I will engage. I'll participate in the plenary in the next few minutes. I'll be there to join my colleagues, and we'll look at what is presented in the other papers, see how we can do justice to them with active participation. And thereafter, I think I will engage with the public through the press corps to, advance the position of the House on these insinuations that is going around about impeachment and the water resources bill.
Okay.
And I also intend to this week bring up a motion that borders on malaria and how our people are dying out of malaria, and how we are a bit slow in harvesting all the opportunities out there by Global Health Fund, by the intervention from WHO, as well as the World Bank and Islamic Bank that wanted to give money on intervention with regards to malaria. So I'm going to be canvassing argument on that in conjunction with the Chairman House Committee on Health Services, Chairman House Committee on Health Institutions, Chairman Health Services on AIDS, malaria, and AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria. So we are going to present a joint motion that says enough intervention is needed, speed is needed to ensure that we benefit from the opportunities out there to help our people from dying from malaria. It is killing us, and many people don't know about it, but we have to do something about it and push a little more for the relevant agencies to sit up and harvest the opportunities for the interests of our people. That, among other things, will be some of the things that will keep me busy this week.
It's imperative that we let the curtains drop so that you can get back to what you've been voted for, which is legislation. Thank you very much for affording us the opportunity to interact with you, Honorable Benjamin Kalu. And as we get into the month of August, we're looking forward to having you live in the studio for a face-to-face interaction. And then next week, hopefully, we'll do a review of what your week has been like. But until then, have a wonderful time.
Thank you very much. And
please be safe.
Thank you very much. I call on all people from Abia State and Bende, please go register. If you have not registered for your vote, it's one thing to call into this program and appreciate me. If you don't have the voter's card, you may not have me coming back to the house. Unless you have the voter's card, you will not be able to help us advance this development that we have brought to our people. So I encourage you from Bende, please help anybody who needs help. Help one another for us to get more numbers registered so that we can speak through our vote come 2023. The time is still there and the clock is ticking. We have a few more days till the 31st of this month. Let's make use of that. It's been a wonderful time engaging with you, and I hope to see you next week. God bless you and keep you safe in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Bye for now.
The biggest bang of the season is about to go down. It's the ABN TV service